Today's video sponsor is Webull, a free online stock brokerage giving my audience 6 free stocks to sell for bike parts. All you gotta do is click the link in my description, deposit as little as 1 cent into your brokerage account, and they give you all that free money. Good luck.
So as I was developing the Fast Pass BMX class, which is my beginner's tutorial, basically a master class for starting BMX essentially, when I was developing that, there was a whole 20-minute section on how to buy the best BMX bike for your situation. A whole thing about buying BMX bikes, everything you need to look out for, all that stuff. But as I was developing it, I was looking at a lot of bikes in that segment, and I basically found my top 5 favorite. Now this is based off solely my opinion, so I would really appreciate it if you would comment down below your favorite complete BMX bike that you think people should buy and why. But make sure you include the price so that way people can see the name of it, see how much it is it in their budget, and why they should buy it. Would greatly appreciate it. But hey, if you get any value out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. And today we're going to talk about the top 5 BMX bikes of 2021. Now these are no real order, but I am going to I have an obvious favorite. I will tell you my favorite at the very end. So keep in mind, these are in no real order, but these prices range. I mean, I've got a bike here for $1,100. I've got a bike here for $400. So we've got the best bikes in pretty much every price range. So let's work our way from high to low price. Because chances are most of you are going to want probably the best bang for your buck, which will be the last bike, the cheapest, best BMX bike of 2021. So we're going to start with the most expensive. So the most expensive bike is the People Battleship. Now this comes with a 100% custom aftermarket crop of parts. Now I'm telling you, every part on this bike is aftermarket. For $1,100, you're buying it complete, but it's basically a custom BMX bike. Now you can't beat that for $1,100, and We the People is extremely reputable. Now, for example, my bike costs about $2,000 after tax and shipping. But this bike is just as good, if not better than the bike I ride for almost half the price. I mean, you can't beat it. You do have to fork over $1,100 plus shipping and taxes, but this will be one bike chances are you're ever going to have to ride. I mean, I bought my bike for $2,000 and I replace the tires once a year and the grips once a month. Other than that, I don't really touch anything. I've had my same pegs on for almost 2 years, right? So this bike is going to be more upfront, but in the 5-year span, much, much cheaper because you're not going to have to buy, $500 free coaster wheel if you break it on a cheaper bike. This comes with a lifetime warranty on the frame and fork. So that means if you snap your frame somehow 15 years down the road, they will replace it for free. A $400 frame, that's a great deal. Same with forks. Forks are like $100 to $200, right? So if you break a fork 30 years down the road and you're still slaying in your 50s, they will replace it for you for free. So it's a fantastic investment. This is a great bike. This bike is very street oriented. So if you like ramps, if you like dirt, this might not be the bike for you. It does come with the free coaster, and it also comes with hub guards because that's very nice. My bike has like $20 hub guards, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 pegs, $80 saved right there because they give you plastic hub guards. And this has a really cool, unique look. I mean, look at the frame, look at the tires. I mean, this thing is just badass. So this is not number 1 on my list, but this is the first bike we're talking about, the We the People Battleship, coming in at $1,100. Now, number 2 is just under $1,100. So that bike was technically $1,099. This is the Sunday Soundwave Special for $1,089, so basically $10 cheaper. So this comes with a 4130 chrome moly frame, wave tubing, bottom and top, a lifetime warranty, and in my opinion, the absolute best frame in the game. I've been looking for a new frame for almost a year, and when it comes down to it, the Soundwave is the best. Not only with the lifetime warranty, not only with the wave tubing on the top and bottom that make it that much stronger, lighter, it's actually the lightest frame that Sunday has, the best but lightest as well, and the strongest. And it's just, I love it. It's what I ride personally. It's what I recommend to everybody. It's a little bit expensive to buy on its own. I mean, this frame costs $430 if you were to just buy it. That's almost half the value of this whole bike. This is, I think I priced it out before, it's like a $1,500, $1,600 bike that you're going to get for just over $1,000. So you're going to save way more money buying this bike, and it's the same concept with the other one. You buy this bike and you're really not going to replace that many parts. In my opinion, the We the People has full full custom parts. And there are full custom parts in the Sunday Soundwave special, but there are some kind of choice parts. So I don't really like the sprocket, don't really like the stem, some weak points, but I mean, simple upgrades. It's a great looking bike. You're getting a fantastic and one of the most expensive frames in BMX for a great value. Now this one has, like I said, 4130 chromoly frame. It's good for all riding. That's a great thing about this. I personally love dirt. I personally love street. I personally love park. I ride everything. This frame is perfect for that. It has 3-piece Thunderbolt cranks, which is what I've been riding as long as I've been riding BMX. They've never broken and they never will. Chromoly bars and forks, of course, so everything is going to last a very long time. Has Hazard Light rims and Path Pro tires. Literally what I ride now, and I ride the best of the best, and this bike is mostly what I have. So I think this is the best bang for your buck when it comes to probably aftermarket stuff. If not, the Battleship is a close second. Comes with a Free Coaster Clutch V2, the newest Odyssey Clutch Free Coaster with a Hazard Light rim. Literally the exact wheel I ride with the exact tires. Well, actually, I think I'm on the Chase D Hearts now because they were out of stock. But then it comes with a hub guard and a guarded sprocket. So you're also getting that hub guard value and a little extra bonus guarded sprocket that I don't know if any of these other ones have. Next up, coming in at $709 is a Sunday Street Sweeper. Now, I've personally this is Jake Seeley's signature bike. I haven't personally owned the Street Sweeper. I've rode that frame. I absolutely love it. But I have rode the Broadcaster, which is the same thing, just the old brand name. And it comes with a Clutch V2 hub coaster, extremely street oriented. So it's going to have a short back end, very snappy. Everything is sealed, of course, still at $709. It has chromoly frame, fork, and bars, of course. You would expect that for, my camera just shut off. You would expect that for about $700. And 3-piece 160 millimeter cranks, which is, I ride 165. So, 175, 170, 165, 160. So it's going to help spins, and in my opinion, crank flips, and in my opinion, manuals easier because your feet are becoming more of a natural position. So short cranks are a lot easier to ride, in my opinion. And then it has cheaper rims with the Odyssey Quadrant. Instead of having an $80 Hazard Light, you're going to have a $40 Quadrant. So they're not quite as strong. I've rode those. I had a little bit of issues. But hey, you're coming in at $700. What can you expect? And it has a Street Sweeper frame, which is about just over $300 if I'm not mistaken. The price has changed sometimes. But is a fantastic frame with, I believe, wave tubing on the bottom. At least it did when I had it. This is a great value for a bike. Next, we've got coming in at $599, so $600, is the Kink Cloud. Now, this has lots of aftermarket for the price. A lot of Kink and Mission aftermarket parts. In my opinion, the most aftermarket parts for a $600 complete for sure. Comes with a free coaster, has 4130 chromoly frame, forks, and bars. Hard to find with a $600 price point. Good for any type of riding. It's not just street, it's not just park, so I really like that. And it comes with 4 plastic Mission Targa pegs. Now, it doesn't come with hub guards, but it comes with pegs. Pegs about $20 each, another $80 value right there. So that's obviously fantastic. You're going to get grinding right away, whether you're going to ride park, whether you're going to ride street. I ride mostly park these days. I go through phases, and I still ride 4 pegs. I mean, I just like having the options. Now, the cheapest, and in my opinion, the one I advise you buy the most, is coming in at $439. My absolute favorite bike on this list. I wouldn't say my favorite bike, but for the money, you can't beat this. You're never going to find a bike better than this for the same price at $440. Is the Kink Whip. Now hear this, $439. Even Sunday didn't have chromoly frame for this price point. Sunday, and I recommend that. This $439 is, in my opinion, almost just as good as that $700 Street Sweeper. Now hear this. $440, you're going to get frame, fork, and bars, 4130 chromoly. Good luck getting that anywhere else with that price point. Maybe there is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. Double wall rims, sealed and integrated everything. So it's going to be extremely strong. Your rims aren't going to taco when you're learning airs. And everything is going to be nice and smooth. It's good for any type of riding, and it comes with a cassette, which I highly, highly recommend for beginners. I go through that in my course. I tell you why I think that. We're not going to get into it today, but cassette. I ride cassette personally. I rode free coaster for like 4 years. I rode cassette for like 4 years. I mean, I'm on cassette right now. I'm probably going to switch to free coaster eventually, but it comes with cassette. I recommend for beginners, and everything else on this list comes with a free coaster, and still comes with aftermarket Kink and Mission parts. So you're still getting that good value. I mean, you can't beat, even though it's not like a aftermarket frame, It's just as good as any other aftermarket frame because it's a 4130 chromoly frame, fork, and bars. You're not going to break it. It's going to feel perfectly because everything's going to be integrated, and you're only paying $440. So depending on what your values are, depending on what you think these bikes look like, good or bad, whatever, let me know down below what you would personally buy. And these are my top 5 favorite BMX bikes from 2021. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.